So name one of the 10. Khartoum? No! South Sudan. We left that one behind.
Khartoum. Jongle! Yay!
Alright, can anyone name another state?
Oh yeah.
South Sudan.
Oh!
He's only 2, so I'll give him a prize.
Yeah. South Sudan.
Who knows another state in South Sudan? Another state. Cuba?
No! No!
That's the capital city. Kenya.
No!
That's our neighboring country. This is not
No, don't go. Stay here, stay here.
Alright.
Let's go.
Stand. No.
A state, so they can see. Another PowerPoint. Another PowerPoint.
Okay, name one of the heroes of South Sudan.
Another PowerPoint. Another PowerPoint. Go back to the PowerPoint.
Alright kids, I think that's all for today.
Okay, thank you very much. That was entertaining, and there was a variety of answers. Some of the answers are obviously not correct, but I think that will give them a little bit of homework to go back home and research, because if we don't give them that opportunity, obviously there will be opportunity for them to forget and not to know what is going on. And one day when they get a chance of going home, they might not be able to say exactly which state they want to go or which state they belong to. So thank you very much, kids, for your participation. Next, I would like to invite the Premier Representative, MP Tony Christovic, if I pronounce the last name correctly. Thank you very much. You're welcome.
Thank you very much, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Can I just start by saying that I did know some of the answers to those questions, so there was no lollies for me, but I'm too big for that. And I'm sure that Kenya won't become a state. You stay with 10, so that's great. So I'm sure they'll be happy about that as well as you. But look, can I first start by acknowledging your President, Simon Deng, for the outstanding job that he's done with his committee to put this night together. He was just telling me earlier on that he's actually working down in Albany at the moment and has been for the last 7 months, and he's been coming up every weekend to do meetings and to put all this together. So I think that's an outstanding commitment that he's made to this event, and I congratulate him and the committee for the wonderful show they put on here tonight. So thank you very much first for that. I'd also like to acknowledge Mr. Kam Tombe, Chairman of the Sudanese People's Liberation Movement here in Perth. I think it's a very important organisation, and I welcome you here as well. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I've got the pleasure of being here this evening to represent the Premier of Western Australia, the Honourable Colin Barnett, and he conveys his sincere apologies for not being able to be here this evening to join you for your first anniversary celebration. He's also asked me to pass on his warmest wishes and congratulations for this important anniversary. 9th of July 2011 is a historic day for the people of South Sudan, and it's one that you will never forget, and it's no doubt embedded in your hearts and souls and will be forever, and in the generations to come as well. I'm sure that even a few years ago you wondered if you would ever be celebrating the first anniversary of your independence. It's not something that you can ever see the light to, and I know that I have a Croatian background, and Croatia this year celebrated its 21st year of independence. So I realise the struggles that you have gone through, and we had that in our country as well in Croatia with the Civil War, and all of the struggles that go with that. And I really do encourage you to maintain, and no doubt you will celebrate this tradition, and the children as well for many generations to come, because you can never forget about your ancestors and the reasons we are here today and the reasons we have this freedom. And I think it's very important to pay respects to them by making sure that we never forget what's happened in the past and make sure that future generations learn from that, and also share that learning with others so that we don't have to go through wars to be able to live together and to express ourselves and to share the wealth of this wonderful world that we have around us. So I think that's very important. And as we all know, independence isn't one, it's one with a lot of sacrifice, tragedy, upheaval and loss of life, and that's a sad way to have to get to independence, when we should be able to talk with each other and agree on how we need to move forward so that we can support each other and grow our communities and grow together as a country, but also as a world. 1 year on, the first anniversary is an opportunity to reflect on the sacrifices that were made, but also to rejoice in the freedom achieved and celebrated here today. Western Australia has a small but growing South Sudanese community with almost 3,000 Sudanese-born people now calling this state home. The South Sudanese community, as I've seen here tonight through the various tribes and through the dances and the singing and the comedy performances, is a very strong and vibrant community, which is obviously very strongly supported by the numbers of people that are here tonight. And I think it's very important to maintain that community spirit, to support each other as a community, but not only in your culture, but also in your life here in Western Australia, and in your work and in the way that you're growing as families and growing as part of the Western Australian community. I think that's very important. And the Liberal National Government is very supportive of cultural diversity and making sure that people can maintain their traditions, maintain their language, maintain their knowledge as well. And I think it's very important for the children to do that as well. I came to Australia when I was 3 years old, and my parents made sure that I knew how to speak Croatian and I knew the culture and the dance, and I think it's very important for the children to make sure that they value that as well and not just get lost in the way of life here in Australia and Western Australia. It's about finding that balance and growing as a community, and I think that makes us stronger as a nation as well. We are one of the most multicultural countries in the world and a multicultural state here in Western Australia, and I think it's been mentioned earlier about the prosperity that we have here, and we are all privileged, as I am, to be in this country, because it's a country of opportunity, a country of wealth, and you're only limited by your own desire to achieve. And I came here, like I said, at 3 years old, and now I find myself in the Parliament of Western Australia, and no doubt in the future you will find yourself, your children, your grandchildren may well be members of Parliament in this country, and you may also find that you become the Premier one day as well. So I think that's very important, not to limit your horizons and your opportunities. I know that earlier tonight it was mentioned about going back to South Sudan, about sharing your knowledge and your experience that you learned here in Western Australia. And I think that's very important, but I think it's also important to make sure that you establish your lives here as well and integrate into Western Australia and Australia, because the best way the world can learn about South Sudan is through you, through the things that you do here in Western Australia, through your community events, by inviting us to come along and participate, to see the culture, the dance and the enthusiasm of the people getting up to join in. I think that's fantastic as well, and I enjoyed getting up as well and having a little bit of dance as well, so thank you very much for doing that. It was fantastic. And as we know, there's an ancient saying that says the secret of happiness is freedom. The secret of freedom is courage. And I think the people of South Sudan have showed immense courage over many, many generations to get to this first anniversary celebration. And I think it's something that we can never forget and will never forget. And I know that how important this day is to you, but it's also important to me as well, because it's about valuing every nation, every people, and about respecting each other and about supporting each other and encouraging each other. And in this country you have that support, you have that encouragement, and as members of Parliament we're here to represent each and every one of you, and we're here to listen to you, to your concerns, to your issues, and if there's in any way we can ever help you, you should always feel free and comfortable to approach us, because I know when certain nations go through turmoil, that they don't necessarily always trust their members of Parliament. They don't trust the armed forces. They don't trust the police. There's this level of fear about, are they really there to help me, or is there some underlying reason why they're saying this. Well, in Australia, in Western Australia, we are here to help. We are here to listen, and we are here to engage with you. And I think it's very important to make sure that you really feel that, but also become part of that broader community by engaging us as well, because the only way we can build a stronger and better country is by listening to all the people that we represent and making sure that each and every one of you is successful, prosperous, and can achieve your objectives and ideals, and for your children also to achieve their ambitions as well. And I'm very keen to make sure that keeps happening, and the Government of Western Australia is very keen to make sure that's happening. So again, thank you very much for having me here this evening. Congratulations on your first anniversary celebration, and I look forward to participating in future celebrations.